is bring up someone who was right there. I was seeing the energy in their eyes and their body language of what was happening when they're literally walking the halls, if you will, of where the depository and where our strategic alliance, where that is, and being able to see the actual brick and mortar building, if you will, and the whole process and hear about it firsthand and even see some things that no one else was able to see and understand. But I'm first going to bring up Mr. Derek Ray Sr. from Augusta, GA, the Ray from GA. How you doing, sir?
Hey, Mr. Downtown, how you doing? Thanks
I'm
for
doing
having me on.
out. No challenge. It was my pleasure. It was great to have you out there. I know and I have to give a lot up to Mr. Roger Grant. He was holding his traditional Trust My Assets workshop. So there were several MWR members there, and they were able to have a great workshop, have clear understanding there. But then they were able to, and I will say, our precious metals expert was kind enough to take the MWR members who were there to come and tour the facility and be on some conversations that he was only intending for his investors and his elite, if you will, clients. So they were able to kind of see some things that normally you wouldn't be able to see. So Derek, when you saw that, when you actually physically walked the grounds and got the tour, and you kind of saw what's happening and what's going to happen, because you see the facility in a way that you now understand. You won't be able to see that a year from now. You won't be able to go back there and do anything that you did this time. Tell everybody what your thoughts are. You saw it in person. What did that do to you? Did that make you feel like, okay, did it make it more real for you? Let us know how you felt about that.
Oh, thanks, man. I felt so good. I mean, the thoughts that was going through me at the time when I was there, I was thinking forward and back, which means I was thinking in the future and I was thinking in the past. I said, I'm going to be part of history. And then when I go in the future, I'm going to look back and say, I wish y'all should have came with me. That's all I'm be thinking, going back and forth. Now, just going inside, though, it was just so laid out to where Mr. David, when he was drawing out his vision, is where I'm originally from Kentucky. So those from Kentucky knows about the depository Fort Knox. You can only look from the outside. And I was putting that frame of mind there too, because the security, I'm a military guy. So I'm looking at all that. Everything's going to be protected. So don't worry about it. Your metals are going to be safe. The security part is all broken down to where some you can see and some you can't see. You got the vaults, huge vaults that's going to be able to store it a lot. We ain't talking piggy banks. We talking vaults that's going to be holding a lot of precious metal. And just being a member of MWR, it's a privilege right now. I'm just saying, man, I'm glad I made this decision 5 years ago. I'm just going to tell everybody just in the note, if you ain't a member yet, you have to make the decision tonight, because when May come, it's just going to set up fireworks that you ain't going to be able to stop. We're going to be rolling so far, so fast. Y'all going to be trying to keep up with all of us. But with that, that's what's going through my mind. I'm thinking, man, if I would have brought my son this time, because that was a one and only time tour. It's not going to be tours month after month after month after this. We was the ones that got to see it. That was it. I just have to be at the right place at the right time. Just like everybody's watching right now. You at the right place, you at the right time. Make the decision. I'm going to keep saying that because I know a few people who's watching for the first time, and they are watching tonight. They're going to make a decision after this, because what I saw, no one else is going to be able to see again. I'm talking precious arts. Just to be just to be a part of that. Yeah, I got a few ounces of silver, but there was precious arts that I don't even know what the cost is, as into I can't think about it. And then the photos I was seeing of what's behind the other wall. We talking something that stands this tall, this high, made of solid gold. Man. And I'm going to have my few ounces in there too. And so I was like, wow. But it's just so, it was just so exciting that when Mr. David putting out his vision, is that not even before you step inside, because when you see the security, you know it's serious. Security's at the door. You got one this tall, you got one this tall. One to hit you high, one to hit you low. So it's a serious thing in there. So no cell phones, no photos, no nothing. It's that serious. So when you're talking about just the excitement of what's coming, when you're talking about going through all the rooms where you see this way, and I'm like, man, I'm not going to ever be to come through here again. I ain't be able to come through here again. It's like, It's no tour. So if I do have to come, it's going to be, you go to one place in one location only, which is probably at the front door. They bring you stuff. Here it is. You saw it still here. Then go ahead and go by. You can't go looking around. And so, but like I say, my mind kept going back and forth. I was still thinking about Fort Knox Depository. Mm-hmm. And just looking at that in comparison, I said, yeah, we here. This is Make Wealth Real for real, that I didn't even think about 5 years ago, that I didn't even think I was going to be this far talking about silver in a depository, meeting a gentleman who is the only Black gentleman in the world that owns one. And I got to shake hands with him. And he was a prior military guy. You know what I'm saying? It's just like how this brings all of us together is that I'm just so excited. So I can go all day, but I know it's short on time. But like I say, it was something that I really get to share with my son. That I already passed down to him. He's already want to know how much and when. So he's ready to get in. He's ready to get started. He is a member, but he's ready to go ahead and get that $30 a day going, those bonuses and everything else going. So. But yeah, thanks, Mr. Don. I appreciate it for giving me a chance.
Thank you so much.
But yeah, it's a thing that I just can tell everybody. You can't wait. It's coming.
All right, that's it. Well, you saw the Fort Knox that is going to be like a Fort Knox, but it'll just be right there in the area that we were. So it'll be absolutely powerful. So with that now being said, let me go on and bring up another gentleman. Derek, thank you so much. I'm so glad that you were there. You were able to experience that. So I want to bring up one other person because I know we're a little tight on time. But this person, he had a unique ability to understand some things because he's doing something part of what we're all a part of. And this is going to be truly, truly special. But I want to bring up a gentleman that have a lot of respect for, doing some big things. Hey, he's going to put the city of Chicago on the map, and that's none other than Mr. Don Wilson. Don, how are you, my friend?
Hey, what's up, Don? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Perfect. So look, I know we're short on time, so I'm not going to be long-winded at all. I'm just going to bring a bunch of excitement because what I saw last weekend was absolutely a game changer, right? They say God show you stuff behind your eyes, and then he show you in the front of your eyes. Walking around that building and just seeing the way it was all presented. Walking around that building and hearing David's vision, and then seeing the tree, which is actually the logo, and hearing how David went through those moments of doubts and not really thinking that, hey, this is going to happen. He got to the 11th hour and some stuff kind of happened where he almost thought the deal was going to kind of get taken away. And God said, look up. And as he looked up, the tree that's actually the logo for the company sits outside his office to let you know that God's hand and his footprint is all over this. Then to transition inside and to walk through this place and to see all of these offices where there's going to be different people that look just like me and you that's going to be working there. I told Dave last Saturday, and then I told him again on Tuesday when he called me, I said, while you was giving us a tour, I was actually picking out my office because we definitely going to do some partnership where I'm going to have one of these nice offices in here. To put a bow on everything, Damo, what I want everybody to know, what I want everybody to think about, some of the things that I saw, and a lot of you guys know I'm in the memorabilia space. I just came off a big memorabilia convention this past weekend. Some of the greatest athletes in the world, shaking hands, mingling, all of this stuff. I saw some pieces, all right? I saw some pieces, and I want y'all to think about this. Think of the greatest entertainer ever. Just think of the greatest entertainer ever. And when I tell y'all it wasn't 10 million, wasn't 20 million, it was north of all of that. I saw some stuff that made me as a memorabilia collector say, OMG. Guys, I want to tell y'all this. Because there's somebody on here right now that was going through a season that I just came out of. Last Saturday, Andamo told me this. And you remember this, Andamo? Andamo said, stop putting a question mark where God put a period. To make sure that message came back to me, that following Tuesday, Dave Wren called me personally. And we got to talking through some things. And before we wrapped up our conversation, Damo, Dave said, D, God is telling me to tell you to stop putting a question mark where he meant to put a period. So for those of you who are wondering, why am I seeing this? Is this too big for me? It is my job now to share that same message to you, to stop putting a question mark where God put a period, because he's literally putting you in position to make wealth real. Andamo, I'm turning it back over to you, sir.
Thank you, my friend, Don. I'm so glad that it happened. I'm so glad you were there, experienced that, saw what you saw. And I know you're going to take that same enthusiasm and continue to build your business so you can have metals coming to you without ever having to buy it, because it's coming to you for free.